Okay, hello, I'm RC and ang title ng episode na to is Align ba talaga ang insurance sa goals mo? Really? So allow me to share my screen and you are watching this video kasi you are part of this course, Craft. Create reliable, affordable, tailored plans. And again, I would like to ask you, align ba talaga ang insurance sa goals mo? Talaga bang gusto mong mag-apply? So welcome to this compelling episode. You are now in Group B. Ibig sabihin, income earner ka and you have dependents. Perhaps meron kang mga kapatid na buwan-buwan binibigyan mo ng pambayad para sa tuition fees nila. Or meron kang parents na binibilan mo ng gamot. Tapos nagko-contribute ka din sa pag-settle ng mga monthly bills. Pwedeng Meralco, tubig, or groceries. Or maybe you already have a child na pinapalaki. Pwedeng nagagatas pa or nag-aaral na. So there are people around you na tinutulungan. Kapag wala ang income mo, hirap sila. And going back sa subject nitong episode, pwede kang mag-purchase ng insurance, pwedeng hindi. But for you to make that decision intelligently, let's determine ano ba yung magiging role kasi ng insurance, di ba? So maybe in your mind, you are asking, ano bang additional benefit kapag bumili ako niyan? Meron bang advantage sa akin right now? So allow me to introduce Alex. Si Alex, 23 years old, kakagraduate lang from engineering. Nasa telco company siya. And despite being young, matyaga siya, responsable, at kagaya mo, meron ding mga taong dependent financially sa kanya. Only one of his parents ang merong source of income. Yung dalawa niyang bunsong kapatid, nasa senior high school pa. So I asked Alex, ano ba yung mga goals mo? So ito yung sagot niya. Listen. Gusto kong bumili ng rent-to-own house tapos ipapa-Airbnb ko. Gusto kong tulungan makagraduate yung dalawa kong kapatid. Gusto kong magpunta sa Baguio para mag-celebrate ng Christmas kasama yung family ko. Gusto kong bilan ng sariling tricycle yung tatay ko. And lastly, gusto kong mag-ipon para sa kasal. Oh, legit naman yung mga goals, di ba? Now, the big question is, ito. What on earth ang itutulong ng insurance para matupad yung mga goals na yan? Di ba? So, let's see. Insurance ba right now ang magbibigay progress para sa achievement ng goals niya? I don't really think so. Kasi kung regular naman yung dating ng income, buwan-buwan siyang sumasahod, he would be capable na tuparin yung mga goals na yan, right? The problem appears kapag tumigil yung income. You see, life insurance is not used to drive you sa mabilis na goal achievement. It is used para hindi masira yung progress na nagawa mo. So I will be explaining that using illustrations. But before that, remember na you really don't have to buy insurance if you think it's pointless. Alam mo, ang better title para sa episode na to is this. Align ba talaga ang insurance sa values mo? Diba? That makes a lot of sense. Kasi you will soon realize na merong dalawang tao who have the same set of goals. One of them use insurance. One of them doesn't. And okay lang yun, di ba? Pwedeng both of them merong knowledge about the insurance product, but only one of them resonates with the application of the product. Yan yung hopefully masapol natin on this episode. Paano mo ba malalaman if aligned ang insurance sa values mo? Okay? Not necessarily to achieve your goals, but simply because gusto mong bumili kasi dahil feeling mo it's the right thing to do para sa'yo. Di ba? Para sa personal approach mo on living your life. Kasi ganun ka mag-operate. Okay? So, allow me to help you answer that question of how. Ang mangyayari, ganito. Sabi ko nga, in my 7 years dito sa insurance industry, I collected useful illustrations kung ano ba yung usefulness ng insurance. Ipapakita ko yun sa'yo. Okay, I will show you those. And merong isang accurate tool para ma-discover mo kung yung ipapakita kong illustrations is align ba sa values mo. The tool is called you. Ikaw. Walang sino mang advisors ang makakapagdikta o makakapagsabi na aligned ang insurance sa values mo, kundi ikaw. So, I'm excited. Tignan natin. No? Tignan natin kung magre-resonate yung mga illustrations na ipapakita ko sa'yo. Game? Hinga muna malalim. Inhale. Exhale. Let's start. Illustration number 1. Super proxy. So, there are 3 basic necessities of life dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Una, pagkain. Pangalawa, shelter. Pangatlo, transportation. Yung tatlong yan, dependent yan sa nag-iisang variable, which is yung income, yung sahod. Income ang nagdidikta kung anong pagkain ang bibilin at kakainin nyo sa family. Income ang nagdidikta kung magre-renta ba kayo or titira sa mas desenteng bahay. Income din ang nagdidikta kung paano ka babiyahe. Commute o meron kayong sariling kotse. Now, ngayon, ikaw yung nagpo-provide ng income para sa'yo at para sa mga taong nakadepende sa'yo. You work. Pero tignan mo to. What if tumigil yung income? If tumigil ang income because of untimely death or sickness, that is when importanteng may sasalo. Importanteng may backup, may super proxy, may reinforcement. Kung ano yung income na nawala, kayang palitan ng money that we can get from life insurance. Punta tayo sa illustration number 2. Pump of money. Almost similar. Every Filipino family falls on one of 4 categories. Luxury, comfort, hand-to-mouth, charity. Ibig sabihin ng hand-to-mouth, lahat ng kinikita almost sumasakto lang sa mga necessities, sa mga gastusin. Now, for example, merong family na nandito sa level of comfort. Now, the family ball is held on that position kasi merong man at work. Merong nagtatrabaho. Kaya sila nandyan sa level na yan. When the man at work is removed, saan babagsak yung family? The family ball will fall down straightly papuntang charity. Kailangan nila ng assistance. So, pwedeng manghingi sila ng tulong sa kamag-anak. Now, to hold that family ball pabalik doon sa position ng comfort, it's beneficial na immediately magkaroon ng pump of money. Okay? Kasi kapag wala ng man at work, beneficial na merong money at work. And the simplest way to do that is magkaroon ng income continuity plan. Merong 2 reason kung bakit yung man at work mawawala or kung bakit yung man hindi na siya magiging able to work. Death and illness. And those 2 can be covered by this income continuity plan. And yung income continuity, that's the exact use of life insurance. Punta tayo sa illustration number 3. Sandwich generation. Are you part of sandwich generation? So let's define muna, no? These are the people who are caregiving for both a younger loved one and an older loved one. Mas i-digest natin. So this is you. Kung nagbibigay ka ng support sa parents mo at sa mga kapatid mo na mas bata, then you are part of this. Kasi yung parents, maybe kailangan nila ng medicines, groceries, dagdag pera, pambayad ng bills. Yung siblings naman, kailangan ng tuition fees, pambayad sa projects, and allowances daily. Ikaw naman, may mga sarili ka ring operational expenses, right? And aside from that, kagaya ni Alex kanina, meron ka ring mga goals na personal. And I won't say na yung ganitong setup won't work because it does. Marami akong kakilala. Baka ikaw din na ganito yung setup. And it really works. Pero, ulitin ko, pero hindi siya madali. And I can say this kasi I've been part of this generation, yung ganitong setup, since I started working 11 years ago. So until now. So imagine this. If tumigil ang income ng breadwinner because of sickness or untimely death, saan kukuha ng financial support ang family niya? At paano? Paano? Diba? Now tell me kung hindi practical na magkaroon ng income continuity plan sa ganitong setup. So let's just talk about this illustration more. If you remember kanina, ito exciting. Kasi isa sa mga goals ni Alex, magpakasal. If he gets married in 2 years and magkaroon sila ng anak, mag-change yung setup. In 2 years, maraming bagay yung pwedeng mangyari. Ito yung ilan, no? Mag-project tayo. Ito yung ilan. So, in 2 years, magkakaroon ng isa pang layer. Yung needs nila ng wife niya at saka ng baby. In 2 years, nasa college na yung mga kapatid niya. So, mas mahal ng tuition fees. In 2 years, mas matanda yung parents. And if the situation asks for it, hindi naman titigil yung suporta ni Alex sa parents niya. Perhaps liliit lang. Kasi magbabago yung priorities. Ganito yung mangyayari. Before, ang number 1 priority yung parents. Number 2, yung mga kapatid. Ngayon, ang number 1 na, yung family niya. Number 2, yung magulang. Number 3, yung kapatid. Kanina, sandwich. Ngayon, naging multi-layered sandwich. Okay? So, let's go back to the present. Kasi ito, projection lang natin to, no? Na mangyayari in the future. Now, let's go back to the present. Ito yung question. Kapag nangyari kay Alex yung critical illness, tingin mo, hindi niya ba gagalawin yung ipon niya para dun sa tuition fees ng kapatid niya? How about yung ipon nila for the wedding? Ano ang pwedeng makatulong kay Alex para mas gumaan yung gastusin sa hospital? Mangungutang ba siya? Manghihingi sa kamag-anak? O magki-claim sa insurance plan? So, laging available ang option na wais at responsable. Because we can really set up money defense sa mga ganitong situation. So now maybe you're wondering bakit priority ni Alex yung ibang tao kaysa sa sarili niya. First, it's not ibang tao. The people na sinusuportahan niya are the people that he loves. And sarili niyang pamilya yun. Second, as a breadwinner myself, strangely, when someone believes in us, it makes us to believe in ourselves more also. And if in-acknowledge namin yung inspiration na yun, it fills our love tank. Pangatlo, if ever you know someone na nasa ganitong position right now and you feel kailangan niya ng help, offer it. Kasi I'm not saying na lahat ng breadwinners are completely aware doon sa necessity na kailangan magpahinga at kailangan mag-enjoy. So maybe ikaw at ako ang pwedeng maging reminder nila. Okay, so let me close this session by saying this main message ng insurance. Ano ba yung core concept? Ano ba yung fundamental role? Sasalong pera. That's it. No? Insurance is a money that makes us say, buti na lang meron. It is income continuity. Nakapag-discuss tayo ng 3 illustrations sa group nyo. And I just provided what I think is necessary for those income earner na merong dependents. Pero who am I to stop you para i-discover yung iba pang usefulness ng insurance? So, meron akong invitation for you. Okay? You are now in Group B. Pero if you want to, no, bibigyan kita ng access para tignan at i-check yung illustrations na diniscuss ko sa Group A. Hindi ito required. You may skip this part. Pero if you are interested na i-check din kung ano yung mga illustrations na diniscuss namin sa Group A, you can send me a message and then I will give you access. See you sa next na session natin.